She was super instrumental in getting and leading the Marshall Plan for Talent. She has done so many great things. Are you breathing yet, girl? Can I tell you that? Yeah, but she's incredible. She is my friend. She is my colleague. She is my partner in crime. We plot often together, and I'm blessed to even have somebody say, "Hey, could we maybe do this?" And that's what we need in this world: is people to challenge all of us as manufacturers about how we get the next generation involved. So I want to tell you that I am so honored to be able to introduce the 2021 MFG Talent Champion, Jenny Gino, Executive Director of Career and Technical Education for the Saginaw Intermediate School District. Ooh, a standing ovation. Look at that.
Three of us will get in. Congratulations.
All right, I'm gonna try to get through this because I am a crier. I'm just warning you ahead of time. So thank you so much, Julie. I am truly humbled and honored to have been selected for this special award. I do the work I do because it is my God-given assignment to serve people. Nothing energizes me more than developing programs and creating equitable opportunities for our youth and our young adults that will not only serve them, but that will also strengthen our community. When we in Saginaw and Muskegon counties assembled our combined talent consortium in 2018 as part of former Governor Snyder's Marshall Plan for Talent framework, it was our manufacturers that came to the table in droves. They committed to working together to help craft a blueprint around addressing the talent gap. They didn't just attend meetings, they collaborated as a full consortium and also separately as an industry sector. From all of our manufacturing partners to the educators that are in the trenches doing the heavy lifting every single day, you are the true champions. So this award rightfully belongs to every one of our engaged partners, and thank you for saying yes to the invitation. I want to take a moment to recognize some of the pivotal partners in these efforts. The good Lord has truly blessed me by putting the right people in my life to help do this work, and what a gift it has been. I first want to thank Jeremy Bockelman, who is the Executive Director of the Great Lakes Bay Manufacturers Association, for his endless support. He's not able to join us here tonight because his little daughter has a special program at her school, and she's like 5 years old, so of course he needed to be there. He has provided a tremendous amount of resources to me and to our educators, and is one of the best thought partners I have ever worked with. Dedicated teamwork is what makes things happen. So I want to recognize two individuals that have kept our countywide Prime initiative moving forward. Great Lakes Bay Manufacturers Association Manager Tanya Blem and Saginaw ISD Business Consultant Anne-Marie Betkowski. They are the boots on the ground implementers with our schools and have been instrumental in this process. And I hope you both know just how much you are appreciated. I would like to recognize our industry leads and advisors, Andy Stewart, who's the general manager of the steering division at Next Year Automotive, and Patrick Curry, CEO, president of Fullerton Tool. I also want to recognize our dear friend and last year's MMA talent champion, Julie Molesky, who is the organizational effectiveness manager with Next Year. If you know Julie, you know she's a giver and a visionary, and I am truly blessed to know her and work with her. I would also like to give a shout out to our post-secondary partners who assisted with curriculum development, in particular, Delta College Associate Professor Terry Morse, who is my longtime friend and trusted colleague. I am also deeply thankful for Great Lakes Bay Michigan Works CEO Chris Rishko for being a fervent supporter and champion of our efforts. He never says no and always delivers. I want to thank Veronica Horn, Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce President, for her ongoing commitment and support, along with Joanne Crary, CEO, President of Saginaw Future. These leaders consistently promote our talent development efforts and are valued partners in all we do. I wish to recognize and publicly thank Senator Ken Horn for working so hard in front of, and especially behind the scenes, to ensure our community had what it needed to move the needle for manufacturing. Our shared beliefs around career development in the professional trades have united us in some of the best work I have ever been part of in my entire career. I also want to thank Representative Amos O'Neill, who's here tonight, who's in his first term representing the 95th District. He has supported our manufacturing efforts from day one and always says yes whenever I need something. Lastly, but certainly not least, I wish to thank our educators and our district and state educational leaders. These are the folks that support these efforts in so many ways, from taking on implementation and accepting the responsibility for all that that encompasses, to the most important task of teaching and training. We cannot do this without any of them. Several of these folks are here with me tonight. Saginaw ISD Superintendent and my boss, Jeffrey Collier, and Deputy Superintendent Scott Sawyer, along with my State Director of Career and Technical Education, Dr. Brian Piles, and one of our local administrators, Josh Little, who is the principal of our Career Center in Saginaw. In addition, my good friend and CT administrative colleague from Cass County, Mickey Spagnoli, has also joined us here this evening. Know that your support and partnership means the world to me. Almost there. In summary, one of my mentors, Mr. Mike Rivard, used to say to me all the time when I was at a crossroads, Jenny, you have two choices. You can either do something or you can do nothing. Simple yet profound. I've always chosen to do something, right or wrong. So thank you to everyone that has decided to do something with me, because this award belongs to all of you. Thank you.
What a gem. Jenny, you are a gem, and we need more of Jennies in this world. I'm going to tell you that. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, that was an awesome moment. Having two winners share their accomplishments together, working to reduce the talent gap in their area. To help our next award winner, I'd like to welcome Dave Nielsen, principal with Manor Cotercian, to the stage.
And folks, just a word or two on Maynard Costerison. They have been a great part of our life. I've been with the MMA just about 2 years now, and they've been our accountants, great advisors, great auditors, and we're thankful for that and for their participation this evening.
Well, thank you for having us. We certainly appreciate it. This is actually my first time at the event, and it is really a pleasure to be here. What an amazing event we have here tonight. We're celebrating manufacturers, right? You are the lifeblood of our state. When businesses shut down, manufacturers kept going. Manufacturers found a way to not only continue producing in order to meet demand, but also to pivot and innovate in order to meet the changing needs of their customers. The MFG Innovation Excellence Award showcases a company that not only has brought an innovative concept to market, but has developed and maintained a culture focused on engaging the workforce to bring new ideas to life. This year's award winner certainly embodies those goals.
Back before people knew the world was round, they used to draw the world on a flat map. On the outside of that map, they would draw a boundary. And near the boundary, they would write a phrase, something like, beyond this point, there be dragons. Well, DeParent is a company that goes where the dragons are. And the thing about going where dragons are is once you get there, you realize dragons are not something to be slain. They are the opportunity. And so what's required of you is to get off the boat that brought you here and get on the dragon. And so we're a company that goes where the dragons are.
I mean, this award is like, gets us right where we live. It's the heart of wanting to be this possibility for business that brings out the best of us. That part that's creative, the part that inherently has gifts, and that if we get dialed into them, we can create together something. We don't empower people, elevate people. What we do is get the heck out of the way and just find people with really a good heart.
DeParent's innovation really stems from that. There's a problem, you know, we need to solve that. How best to do it? How best to do it with as few parts, as economical as possible. And it often leads to something that's really innovative.
Innovation is everything in a company today. The Dean of Business was asking me what I wanted most from students because he was setting up his course for the year. I said, I want people that can think, not just learn a skill and believe they can spit that out for the rest of their life. It needs to be constantly reinvented. Without innovation, there's no growth.
Innovation goes beyond our products. Innovation goes to every one of our team members. Technology changes, industry needs change, our customers' needs change, and we have to change with them. We really encourage our people to, what we say, have a voice and reinvent their roles, reinvent themselves, and to make things better, to grow, to keep up.
I think when people ask what has made DuParent successful, is that we allowed the next thing to emerge. We're looking for the next problem to solve. We're looking for people to be able to unleash their creativity.
Innovation starts with freedom. And when a group of people feel like they have the freedom to express themselves and freedom to bring everything they have to a problem, you get all the innovative ideas that they have. You get all of them because they're free to bring all of them to the problem. And then I think if you do it that way, innovation is not taxing. It's not tiring. It's energizing. It's exciting. You have people collaborating, bringing the best of themselves to the problem. That's where innovation really occurs for us.
And with that, it is my honor to introduce Mark Turpin, President of DuParent Corporation, accepting the 2021 MFG Innovation Excellence Award. Thank you so much.
Yep, we'll get the three of us.
That would have been confusing for me. Your notes. Thank you all, and thank you, Dave. So you heard me tell the dragon story, and it's quite simple to see how that applies to business. I mean, look, these guys, when they were making maps, they actually put the known world inside of a box. And then they protected the boundaries of the box with dragons. And we do the same thing sometimes. Like we set up our processes and our procedures around past failures in order to avoid them. Or we put our plans together based on how we won in the past. And all of those things are in order for us to do what we already know, to operate within what's known. And so we quite simply sometimes put ourselves into a box. And then we guard our box with dragons. Well, we are a company that goes where the dragons are, and we can do that because for more than 35 years, Terry DuParent and Tammy Bernier have been building a business for that. So the people we hire, the way we think, the way we train, everything is around how we do what's next, not what we avoid failures, how to avoid failures of the past, or how to win like we won before. And so how that shows up is we have a team full of people who are creative and innovative and who are truly passionate about the work that they do. They're passionate about daring to make a difference for people, for water, and for the planet. And they're also inspired by our customers. You know, our customers are water and wastewater treatment plant operators. They are unsung heroes in your community. Every day they show up to do the work to provide us with clean drinking water and safe waterways. It's really our honor to innovate with them to help them solve the most difficult problems that they face, some of the most difficult treatment problems that they face. We actually are grateful to get to do that work with them on a daily basis. And so they are on the front lines of public health, and by extension, we get to be there with them. And it's just great work. We really love doing that work. So on behalf of Terry DuParent and Tammy Bernier, everybody at Team DuParent, and the tens of thousands of water and wastewater treatment plant operators who showed up to work today to protect our public health, I am grateful to accept this award. Thank you. Thank you to Michigan Manufacturers Association for hosting tonight and hosting this award. And thank you for your attention. May God bless you with wisdom and favor and cause you to prosper along His way.
Congratulations, Mark, and to the entire DeParent team. I tell you, can you feel the passion already? I mean, it's just from our couple of speakers, and we still have more to go. I'm sitting here thinking we're doing this live this year. So last year we had the privilege of when there was something on the screen, we would, oh my gosh, isn't that great? And we would whisper back and forth and just remark at it. And now we have to be careful because we're on a hot mic.
That's right, the mics are on.
But we might whisper something at some point. We might say, oh my God, that's great. I mean, because it is. It's exciting to have these folks here with us tonight. Since 1981, the John G. Thodas Michigan Manufacturer of the Year Award has honored Michigan's manufacturing leaders with a rich history of recipients from the largest, most world-renowned corporations to leaders of the small and mid-sized family businesses that help stabilize Michigan's communities. The award was established to honor the important and positive contributions of individual manufacturers on their employees, customers, and communities. And it carries in particular the memory of MMA's longest-serving president, John Thodas, whose lifetime of industry service is one that all deserving manufacturers strive to duplicate. And we're honored tonight to be joined by John's wife, Peggy. Peggy, if you could please stand up. Peggy, thanks for being here. Peggy was one of the first people that I met when I joined the team. I think I met, even before I met all of my board members in person. She's still around. She's still helpful to us. A lot of history with our building and how it was constructed and decorated. John had a big, big footprint. I didn't have a chance to work with John, but I did have a chance to interview with him. I actually interviewed for an internship with John in 1981 or 82. And I didn't get it. So I spent the rest of my life trying to get my job there, and here I am. But that's a true story. I actually had a chance to meet him, didn't get a chance to work with him. This year, we're going to honor two companies with the Thodas Award. The first is we have one in small tier, one in large tier. And to help us introduce the small tier recipient, I'd like to welcome Megan Brown, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for MMA's Workers' Compensation partner, the Manufacturing Technology Mutual Insurance Company. In just a few words, the MMA began working with the MTMIC in 2018 for workers' compensation because they've had 40 years plus working with Michigan manufacturers. They're a phenomenal resource. They keep competitive rates. They have great customer service. And the best part is when they do well, their customers do well. And Megan gets to go out on an annual basis and deliver checks back. When they make a lot of money, when they're over their reserves, they take it right out to the customers. We thought that was awesome. Megan, thanks for being with us tonight.
This year's Small Tier Michigan Manufacturer of the Year recipient has dedicated himself to growth and prosperity of his organization for the last 25 years. His story started even before that, when he was a co-op student at the same facility in high school. Let's take a look at what makes him an outstanding recipient.
I think bigger than just manufacturing, it's the relationships. Okay, so our motto is investing in valued relationships, and the relationships start with our family, our people. That relationship is important for all of us to be successful, whether it be our employees who are investing in the community and supporting the community, with our vendors who are doing the same thing, and then ultimately our customers throughout the world. You know, we're making the world a better place because they're manufacturing chemicals in a safe environment, and ultimately they're taking care of their families because of the investment that they made with Powell.
Our biggest asset that we have is our people and the longevity of our people. We have over 15 years of average tenure here at Powell. They are committed to the goals that we've set and that we're trying to accomplish here into the future. And they help set those goals too. We brought them into that decision-making process so that they can help out, actually map out what our goals are moving into the future.
I believe it's the processes that we're setting and also the way that we're intentionally hiring people to make sure they fit the culture, that they have the same visions for the future, knowing that they want to be here a long time and not just looking to to have this job to move as a stepping stone to another job, that they feel like they want to be here and be here for a long-term commitment.
Everything about this company is poised for growth. Our roots are deep, our culture is good, the facilities are terrific. Future opportunities to grow into new positions. You will be challenged mechanically, intellectually. It's just amazing the opportunities that you would find here.
When I started, I was actually a purchasing and sales assistant. As I worked hard, showed that I really wanted to move forward. They really supported that. If I didn't have that support, I wouldn't be where I was at.
When I first interviewed and was interested in this position, the owners of the place actually sent me their vision plan for the future. I've worked for a few companies in the past where it was a job, right? You go to work, you do your day-to-day business, and here we have visions and we have goals. And the owners and all of the leadership group here is really great about making sure that they give us those tools to make sure we succeed.
Majority of manufacturing firms around for that are our size they're looking for people, they're hungry for people that are willing to go the extra mile, that want to put in the effort, they want to make this their lifeblood, and they get committed and they're invested in it. We want that, and that's what we're looking for. We want to be an integral, vital part to not only the manufacturing, but the distribution of chemicals around the world.
Congratulations to the 2021 John G. Thotis Michigan Manufacturer of the Year Small Tier Award winner, Brent Hardman, President and CEO of Powell Fabrication and Manufacturing, LLC.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. I tell you, it's really weird seeing your face up there and hearing your voice up there on the way on all that. But I'm going to address the question that's probably going through everybody's mind is, where the heck is St. Louis, Michigan? Right? So our hometown is about a 3-hour drive to just about anywhere in the Lower Peninsula. Great little place to be. Our claim to fame is middle of the mitten. Okay, go Sharks. Middle of the mitten. We're the geographical center of the Lower Peninsula, and we've got a monument in our little town for it. So right smack dab in the upper part of the palm. Okay, that's where we're at. I would like to thank the MMA and Peggy, it was good to meet you tonight, for recognizing our team for this award. We truly see this as a team award, and we are extremely humbled and honored. I would also like to thank Dwayne Powell. Dwayne grew the business his mom and dad had started into an industry leader and a global presence. It was his passion. As a leader, he was involved in every facet of the business and was demanding. He loved drag racing, and he could pivot quicker on business decisions than he could do a quarter-mile run. At times, he was hard to work for, but we all loved him, and that's all that mattered. Unfortunately, in October of 2016, our company changed when Dwayne passed. As a company, we lost our larger-than-life leader. There was an immediate and tremendous vacuum that was created. Our company was not ready for it, and in some ways, we seemed lost. But we were determined to be successful, to continue Powell and make it something Dwayne would be proud of. We had to figure out who we were or who we are going to be without Dwayne. So we developed the Powell principles, 4 characteristics, 4 character traits that define the best of who we are and who we strive to be. We realized early on that the Powell principles are just principles without Team Powell, the incredible group of people who bring their best selves to work each and every day. And it was our job as a leadership team to make sure our team had everything they needed to thrive. So we came up with a plan. First, we get our employees to participate in local and state manufacturing association events, training, and special interest groups. I joke that our team members need to excel at plagiarizing. but it's true. It is. Go out, experience, learn best practices from other companies, and figure out how we can use them for our own improvements. I have yet to have a single member of the MMA, the CMMA, the GLBMA, or JAMA who is not willing to share a policy, a procedure, a contact, whatever it is, when asked. And that's been appreciated. Many of the people and the companies we plagiarized are in this room or have been on this stage. And we are thankful for their contribution. Remember, plagiarism is good. Okay? The second part of the plan was to ensure everyone improved their resume every year. We encourage employees to expand their skill sets and experiences and ultimately fill their resumes. We want to make them more marketable and set up for greater success with them choosing that success at Powell. Looking back on our journey, we've been able to transform and manage from a managed organization where we were told the who, what, when, and where. We developed our why, and we found a way to live it each day. We've been able to grow, develop new processes and products, and play into the strengths of each of our employees. Lastly, I want to thank our employees and families who have worked hard to support our vision and accomplish our goals. Without all of you, we wouldn't be able to bring the best selves to work every day. You know, in closing, in our lobby, we have pictures of our founders, and we have a picture of Dwayne. And those pictures are one of the first things I see when I walk in every day. And each day, I look into those pictures for a bit of reassurance that we are doing the right things, that we are taking the company where it should go, that the plans we've mapped is working. Sometimes it's difficult to see where you're going and when you're going in the right direction, when you're in the middle of the journey, when things get difficult and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. This award has helped me see that, in fact, we are moving in the right direction. I'm incredibly proud of who we've become since Dwayne passed, and I think he would be too. And I speak from all of us at Powell. Go Blue. Thank you.
Brent, that was super heartfelt, man. I can relate to that. That was pretty cool. I hear a lot of team in that, and you guys took a terrible situation, and it sounds like you have really made Dwayne proud. So congratulations, Brent. The Large Tier Manufacturer of the Year Award honors the important, positive, and tangible contributions manufacturers make to their employees, customers, and communities in companies with more than 200 or more employees. I'd like to welcome Tom Szymanski, Principal for Raymond, to help us introduce the next Manufacturer of the Year. Raymond has provided forward-thinking solutions and made it a priority to anticipate their clients' daily and future needs for more than 75 years. We are so pleased to have you supporting and our accounting firm at PTM this event, Tom. So what is something you have noticed about the industry while working with Michigan manufacturers?
All right, so thanks everyone for attending this event. It's such a great event, and just for the opportunity to share some things with you tonight. I think the big thing I've noticed with my clients this year, you know, we don't have to state the obvious, labor, right? Cost of goods, really challenging. But I think the thing that I've noticed this year is the pace of change. So many clients are struggling with how quickly things are changing and how their systems can adapt and handle the amount of scheduling changes from a customer standpoint, from delivery. And so I think that's one thing that people have really had to evaluate is how to manage this pace of change, because I don't get enough people to show up by my shift. I don't get the material coming in when they said it was coming in. And the schedule I had this morning at 8 o'clock is out the window, and I'm rescheduling by 9 a.m. So I think that's something that kudos to all the manufacturers that fight that challenge every day. But I do think it's something that, you know, now's the time to look at your systems, your ERPs, your financial models, and do we have those tools that can ratchet up to handle this change of pace? So this year, the Large Tier Manufacturer of the Year credits their dedicated team-based culture for adapting more than 158,000 employees across 400 locations. Think about moving that ship, right? That's such a big quantity of people and during the COVID-19 pandemic. So let's take a look at how they navigated this.
Magna, I think, is very unique in this industry because we're an extremely employee-focused company. You know, it's so important as a general manager that our employee satisfaction is achieved, and you know, we do a lot to make sure we take care of our employees. I feel very blessed that I have an amazing team here, amazing group of people, and you know, because I started the plant, we hired all these people from scratch. I sometimes feel like super fortunate in that, you know, I don't know if I do it again because I feel like like someone smiled down at me because I have a great group of people here, people who really care about each other. And I think that's across Magna. You see that. It's a very employee focused, you know, employees know they're respected, they're treated well. We understand the value that our team brings to doing what we do and what makes us special and sets us apart, I think, from other manufacturers.
I take pride in my job. I take pride in what I do, and the stress some days of the job is what drives me to do better and pushes me each day. I try to lead by example. I encourage them that you can do anything you put your mind to, literally. Like you could go in somewhere, start low level and move your way up. There's no limits. And that is one of the things that I take pride in, knowing that they've realized where I started and where I am now.
I feel Michigan, a lot of people don't realize the potential that occurs in Michigan almost organically based on all of the manufacturing that's already here. And an example I give is, you know, we have, you know, Magna's a very big company. So we follow our customers all over the place. And you see the divisions that are in areas that aren't like Michigan. And you know, they're going to struggle finding people who know how to make parts and the technical skill sets and people who know robots and, you know, processes that we use like painting cars. Like that's a skill set that is very strong in this area. And you don't see that in a lot of other states that, you know, manufacturing isn't their main business that they focus on. Magna has already been around for 60 years. We'll be around probably easily 60 more, I'm sure of it. But you know, we have a very good leadership that is looking not only to be, you know, strong today, but looking at where this industry is going and developing the driver aids and assistance systems and understanding the mobility and how, you know, this whole industry is changing dramatically in the next, you know, 10, 15 years between electrification, alternate fuel systems, autonomous driving, and Magna's right there and preparing themselves for what that future is going to look like.
Congratulations, the 2021 John G. Stotis Michigan Manufacturer of the Year Large Tier Award winner, Magna International of America. Accepting on Magna's behalf is Jerry Mazzola, General Manager of Dexis Magna's Interior Plant in Lansing.
Jerry, congratulations. Here, get a picture with the three of us.
Well, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. You know, being part of Magna is pretty special, and I really appreciate the opportunity to represent them in this awards ceremony. I always kind of joke, Magna's the biggest company nobody's ever heard of, so maybe a few more things like this, and everyone will hear about us. So thank you again to the Michigan Manufacturing Association for the award. While Magna is a global company, you know, we're all over the place. It's kind of surprising where we turn up. We're also a local company, especially when you consider Michigan. We have over 35 facilities in Michigan, over 9,000 employees that work here in Michigan. I've born and raised in Michigan and very proud of it. While I appreciate Michigan Creative's work on that video, what I did say was very heartfelt, very special in Michigan in terms of the manufacturing strengths that we have here. I feel sometimes we take it for granted what we have going for us here. I'm also grateful for our partnership with the association and the work they do to represent our interests and those of other Michigan manufacturers. When people ask me what I do here at Dexus, which is a part of Magna, I always tell them, like, I make bumpers. I think people know what bumpers are. It's pretty simple, but I think that's a pretty simplified answer. Magna is way more than bumpers. Well, technically it's called a fascia, but we go beyond making just manufacturing car parts. Like many of you here, we're navigating through this very transformative time of our industry's timeline and history. So very, very challenging. Cars and trucks are becoming more than a vehicle from getting from point A to point B. I've been in this industry over 25 years, and it's amazing how far it's come in just that short period of time. These vehicles, they protect us, they connect us, they truly reflect who we are as individuals and our aspirations. So whether it's an all-electric full-size pickup that lets you haul and tow, just like an internal combustion engine, right? Something we never thought would happen. The first time we saw an electric truck towing, we're like, this is crazy, right? We're thinking of Prius. Or a minivan with cameras and sensors all throughout the vehicle, and that protect us, alert you of hazards, and many that are integrated in the parts that we're making right down the street here in Lansing. So a lot of that technology is right here in Michigan, or even the fully autonomous vehicles that are coming right around the corner that we're already starting to see in the industry. Magna has a role to play in reimagining this mobility, and I'm so excited to be part of that journey and watching this industry change. And while we're dreaming up this future, it's good to know we have partners in the manufacturing community to help us make this a reality, including our OEM customers, our suppliers, and organizations like the Michigan Manufacturing Association. It feels very good to be recognized for our manufacturing excellence here in Michigan. So on behalf of Magna, I'd like to thank you again for this prestigious award, and congratulations to all the other winners. Thank you very much.
Jerry, thank you very much. I appreciate those words and the partnership. I have to quickly comment, as we take our pictures and I'm holding on to the trophy, every recipient wants to take it with them. And I just want to assure all of them that we are going to put it in a very nice box. You will leave with your award. Your names are in fact inscribed in glass. So we're going to make sure you get that, but we're going to put it into a box before you take off. I'm very honored to have the opportunity to talk a little bit about the MFG Woman of the Year Award, because the first recipient of that award is to my right. Donna, can you share a little bit?
Sure. Well, thank you. The first time that I heard I got this, I was truly honored. But at the end of the day, listen, I'm a metal manufacturer who happens to be a gal, right? It's not that I feel like I earned it because I earned it, not because I'm a woman. And I'm pretty proud of that, right? And we have a great team. And a lot of the themes I'm hearing tonight, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. I am hearing people come together in probably the worst time that any of us has ever seen. And all I hear is we and team, collaboration, innovation, the dragons. Haven't we all had the dragons? And that's what makes me proud to be a gosh darn manufacturer. It's not easy, but by God, you love it and you hate it all in the same sentence. So thank you.
That's awesome. Since we added the award, this has been one that has drawn many, many nominations. Home Thrive is the sponsor of this award. They're a new partner for us. Regrettably, their representative had a last-minute scheduling conflict. So I'm going to say a few words, and then I will make the introduction. Home Thrive is one of MMA's newest partners, helping us to provide a solution to a hidden caregiver crisis that impacts employers and employees alike. Home Thrive offers a new type of a benefit. It's an inclusive wellness benefit that helps your employees who are caring for aging or special needs folks and their families navigate that while they're trying to be a good employee for you and be good to themselves. Great product, and they've been a wonderful partner for us and for our members quickly. We appreciate their support, and we're pleased to partner with them. The Woman of the Year award, the roles play the MFG Woman of the Year award honors the roles women play in manufacturing as well as their significant achievements in the industry and positive impacts within their companies as well as their communities. Here's more on this year's recipient.
Andra's very deserving of the award. She cares for each and every one of the employees, no matter what the title, what role. She's very passionate about manufacturing. She's very passionate about helping out in industry, not just with automotive. She's very passionate about the community and very involved with the community. I think she's very deserving of the award.
She's a phenomenal leader. And everything that I heard about her is true. She comes on the floor, she makes herself known. She's not one of those people that, because of their stature, that they treat anybody less than. She treats everybody the same. She's very fair, very polite. And like I said, she walks through and she shake your hand and laugh with you.
We've been in a world, right, where it was a male-dominated industry, right? What Andra brings to the table is the ability to let people know that, hey, females could sit at the table. Women have the opportunity. They're innovative. They have good leadership skills. They understand what it takes to be strong leaders.
A good leader is compassionate and empathetic and always wanting to learn. They think of purpose-driven and serving others and how to make things better, whether it's the environment, our team members, our communication, my communication. How can we collectively achieve a goal and then exceed the goal? You can be empathetic or sympathetic, but I think a compassionate leader is really the mindset particularly needed in this disruptive period right now.
You know, a lot of us, we've either worked together or we've had similar backgrounds in manufacturing. And we preach culture here at Dakota. And this is the one place that I've been at that it was actually true.
For me, it's building a team and the people. And then when you drive down the road and you see product that you have built, that you've assembled, like, hey, I've done that. Hey, and my plant did that. But to see people advance and go and go and go, it's amazing.
When I'm having a challenging day, I like to walk the floor. And usually that energy, that excitement, I will recognize someone that was struggling maybe 2 months ago, 6 months ago, and now they're the team leader, they're a supervisor, they're in quality, or they're taking classes and showing me they just got their certificate or are about to graduate. That tells me it's working, and that just gets me energized and ready to go face the opportunities.
Dakota is the world of opportunity. We believe in advancement within. We believe in promoting our people, our team members, and making sure that everything they do don't go unnoticed. So, like I said before, you hear about culture in automotive and other facilities, but in Dakota, we truly, truly mean it.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Andra Rush, Chairman and CEO of Dakota Integrated Systems. Come in for this one. While Andra's coming up, I just want to say she and I have had an opportunity over the years to work together, and they were little brief intersections when I was a member of the legislature, when I was with the Downtown Detroit Partnership, and now. And every time that our lives intersect, she always has something new, something exciting. It's full of passion, and it was great to run into you tonight. And we have a pause to get together later to hear what your next chapter is. But congratulations. And please, we're going to take a quick picture. Oops.
It actually is me. I know. Okay. Well, I want to thank the Michigan Manufacturing Association and Donna and John. Donna, I didn't know you were the first winner. Congratulations again. you should do this live. I thought I already did everything on the video, so I had him whip up a few pages. I'm just kidding. But it's a humbling experience, and for me, it's you know, it's my team. There's so many people I could thank, but I'm going to try to stick to the speech, but I won't, as you all know, right? But this one line's pretty good, I think, because you know they say, behind every successful man, there's a woman. I totally agree with that statement. By the way, I think it's accurate, but you also got to think, well, who's behind a successful woman? And I think Donna said it great when she said, you know, she's a manufacturer who happens to be a woman. When I started, my partner is Magna, and I learned so much. He would say, oh, you know, I never worked for a woman. I never worked for a woman. I said, do you want to go work with her? And I said, you don't work for me. It's a team. You know, there's no I in team. Teamwork makes the dream work. And so what's behind me? Well, first of all, it's an extraordinary family. And I am fortunate. My mom and dad were great leaders, my grandparents, my husband who's went to heaven early. So my inspiration comes from my three boys, Zach, Shane, and Chance. Would you please stand? Thank you for being so patient with me. And all the times I'd say, I'm just leaving. Oh my God, you can't believe there's a traffic jam, or this you know, the truck broke down, the press broke down, or get back home and you take them back to work. Where are we going? Ice cream and work. But, you know, you inspire me. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for always being there for me. I appreciate it. Other special people with me are my two sisters. Lori is the president, and Linda was the president of my trucking company. So please stand, because you made a huge difference. Linda McMahon, Lori Rush, Lancaster. And I have several friends, Beth, Mike, Bobby, family. I'll name them all. But, and I brought 2,500 people from Dakota. They're out there. No, they're all working, so I could be kind and have this kind honor. But I do have a table full of a lot of my leaders who maybe started off just as assemblers, not just as, but as the beginning of the career in assembling, or quality, or HR generalist, and now they're leading. And Ryan is the perfect example. And Bill, Darcine, Tina, all the way from Louisville. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And Ron, I forgot you, Ron. Sorry. So, you know, to me, manufacturing is a pillar industry, and it's a pillar industry for our country. And so many years ago, people were saying you don't need to make things, it's all digital, it's all software. But we finally kind of woke up and said, no, we need manufacturing. It's the strength of this country. And without manufacturing, we lose all jobs. You know, 12 to 15, I don't know how many people you attribute to one job in manufacturing, but it transforms lives, and it makes our country as great as it can be. I was going to talk to you about diversity and inclusion because, you know, if you think about it, 3 years ago, or when I started, there wasn't a Woman of the Year in manufacturing. And so that's a big change. And we're having the speed of change that was spoken about, that what worked yesterday doesn't always work today or tomorrow. And so we need to be nimble. But again, it's a we, and everybody has a great idea, and it's bringing that team together. Yeah, we're in crisis mode. Seems like every year, you know, you're like, oh, once you get through this pandemic, it's nothing. Once you get through 9/11, it's nothing. Once you, you know, now what? Once you get through this chip shortage, don't worry. We don't have any cobalt or magnesium, so watch out aluminum. You know, so all we can do is count on each other and communicate with one another and lift people up. And that's what we do at Dakota. We make things, but we have a vision of people, purpose, and passion. And we try to bring that in everything we do. And I'd love to say we batted 1,000, but probably be on a book tour. But we do probably achieve a lot of great unsung, unrecognition moments of excellence. And that's what makes me so proud of everyone and to accept this humble award. Thank you so much.
Okay, Andra, congratulations to a dynamic woman in our industry and to such a strong female in our industry. Thank you so much. All right, so we are almost at the end of our event. And I know this next award has carried the anticipation since voting ended in early October. But to help us announce the coolest thing made in Michigan, please welcome Linda Paulin Hebden, Executive Partner for Warner, Norcross, and Judd. As one of the largest and most successful law firms in Michigan, Warner, Norcross, and Judd can handle your business and legal matters, whether simple or complex, from start to finish. Good evening, Linda. How are you?
I'm great, and I am so excited I get the coolest award. So I don't know how I won that award to be able to give the award, so thank you.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for making this exciting award recognizing manufacturing excellence possible. Manufacturing is a large part of what makes Michigan tick, as you all know. Looking at some of the award winners and finalists we're honoring tonight, what about the industry and what makes you hopeful as we continue to lead the economic recovery?
Yeah, well, there's a couple things that really make me hopeful. First of all, as everyone knows, manufacturing starts way before with an idea. And it takes really creative people to make that idea. And, you know, we live in a state that has amazing colleges and universities that help to incubate those ideas. We have now an ecosystem of angel investors and other investors who help to bring those ideas to fruition. And so when we look at the finalists today, we see such a diversity of products that it's really exciting. It's really exciting to see. And beyond that, you know, we're seeing changes in the automotive industry with electrification. And that could be scary, but what we're seeing is new participants in that supply chain coming to Michigan and standing up their facilities. And I think they're going to learn to love to work and live in Michigan the way we all do. So billions of extraordinary products are made in Michigan every day. Every one of us gathered here tonight recognize the significance of Michigan's largest and most impactful industry. Each year, the coolest thing made in Michigan, People's Choice competition, works to bolster an even greater awareness of this vast and diverse industry that has served as the backbone for the state and the nation for many years. Thousands of votes were cast. First, for the 37 nominees for the 2021 Coolest Thing Made in Michigan, and then to determine the winning product from the top 10 finalists. The 2021 top 10 finalists are 3590 Towable Drum Style Whole Tree Chipper, made by Bandit Industries in Remus. Are we doing? Just
you to continue.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oberon Bell's Brewery, Kalamazoo. World's largest hydraulic power unit, Exotic Automation and Supply in New Hudson. Michigan Cherry Barbecue Potato Chips, made by Great Lakes Potato Chips in Traverse City. The Receptor, made by DB Delivery Solutions in China Township. The Mayfield Adapter, made by Domino Med Device in Fenton. DuParin Dual Auger System, made by DuParin Corporation in Saginaw. Ma- Magliner Motorized U-Boat, Magline Inc. in Standish, the New Step UE8 Upper Body Ergometer, New Step LLC, Ann Arbor, and finally the Grid Cooler Keel Cooler made by R.W. Furstrom and Company in Menominee. And the winner is,
Drum roll. Come on, everybody, give a big drum roll.
World's largest hydraulic power unit, Exotic
Hey.
Automation and Supply.
Congratulations. Absolutely, it's picture time. And we had done only a couple of people at the MMA, not me. We didn't know who was going to win tonight. So this is a surprise to us as well. Congratulations to you. There you go. Please, if you got a few words, go right ahead.
Well, thank you so much. My name is Steve Orlando. I'm Executive Vice President with a company, little company, New Hudson, called Exotic Automation. You're probably asking, what is the world's largest hydraulic power unit? Or in general, what is a hydraulic power unit? For our friends in manufacturing, Magna, Nextier, Hemlock, you're probably very familiar with how we use hydraulic energy in the manufacturing process. It powers a lot of our machines. It takes electrical energy and it converts it to a very dense hydraulic force for things like stamping and steel mills and machining and die casting. Very, very important in manufacturing. So a little bit about our company. We've been manufacturing hydraulic systems for about 20 years. Typical size of a system will be anywhere from 2 to 3 gallons that we use in hydraulic oil for military applications. We do a lot of military door assists and ramps where we're using hydraulic power to help actuate something very heavy, up to 150 to 400 gallons, typically used in an automotive plant for manufacturing. That is a good size unit. Excuse me. The unit we're talking about today that's being analyzed by Guinness, and remember, typical unit, 150 to 300 gallon. Our largest system to date was 600 gallon. This system consists of 17,000 gallons of hydraulic oil. So it was a huge, huge advancement in our manufacturing capability. And more importantly, the application, and I have to be a little careful because we're under a very strict NDA and confidentially clause, honestly, this piece of equipment we built is so important to a Michigan-based automotive manufacturer. It is giving them a global advantage in manufacturing and development of automotive technology for decades. They feel that this technology will put them ahead of all their competitors globally. And we were part of that in our little Michigan-based company. So we're very proud of that. So now that you're all experts on what hydraulic system is, let me give you just a little bit of insight about how this order came to be. Since this is such a specialized industry and there's only a few people globally that work in this sort of magnitude, large systems, not quite this large, are used in locks and dams and civil engineering units. There's a couple of companies globally that work in this area. Our customer was working with a large manufacturer from Germany for almost a year in designing this. It's an integral part of the facility. The unit's so big, it has to be put in before the building is completed. They asked us to come in and advise on maintenance. It's a good customer of ours. We support them on their maintenance and MRO. So they started asking us, how are we going to maintain it? How will we get access? And as we were looking at the design, we started asking questions. Well, why are you doing it like this? Why are you doing it like that? And over the course of several months, they started realizing that we had the expertise right here in Michigan with our engineers and our manufacturers, not this global billion-dollar company in Europe. And they asked us, are you interested in quoting on this? I said, absolutely. They go, have you ever done this before? I said, absolutely not. Not even close. They said, you want to try? Give us your design. And after months and months and months of working together in collaborative engineering, we won this order, we won this project. It was the largest system, the largest project our company has ever received, and it went very well. On top of that, not only did we receive a lot of business, we were able to subsource and push down over $10 million of local sourcing in the Michigan economy. Sub-suppliers, fabricators, engineering, quality. Not only did we win that business from a multi-billion-dollar global competitor and kept it here in Michigan, we were able to use our sub-suppliers and our resources to push another $10 million into our manufacturing environment. And that is the thing I am most proud of. We kept people working. Woo! So thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun tonight.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, I tell you what, that is exciting stuff there.
Go ahead.
That was an impressive off-the-cuff speech, by the way. So congratulations to all the finalists and everyone who participated to help highlight the amazing products throughout the state. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to underscore congratulations to everyone that made the final 10. Some great products. There was very spirited voting. As I'm told, it came in from the public. It is a People's Choice Award. And I just regret that we had somebody that was so shy and quiet to adjust there. But we're very proud of all of you. We're proud of the whole industry. So we're going to turn to our next award. Any comments, Donna, before I go on?
Well, hey, we went from potato chips to Oberon beer to what, the world's largest. Love it. Only in Michigan, baby, right? Right. Let's give it up again for all those cool people who put their cool products in. That was really outstanding.
And that takes us now to the MFG Lifetime Achievement Award. This is a big award that we put out each year. It's our final award tonight that we're going to talk about. And to help us introduce the award recipient, please welcome Pat Adams, Senior Account Executive for IT Resources, Inc. Pat? IT Resources is a Michigan-based IT solution provider specializing in multi-layer cybersecurity and compliance, strategic consulting, business continuity, including the Internet of Things and predictive maintenance, lights out technology management, and workforce collaboration. And from my experience, I can tell you, they're not just an IT consultant, they're a true partner. And we appreciate their assistance. Pat, thanks for joining us. It's always great to see you. Any thoughts on award recipients and the energy in the room tonight?
Wow, this is amazing just to be here and to be in this room, right, for all of us. We've got such a talented group of people, innovative, bashful, as we just saw. And it's really amazing to be a part of this, and I really appreciate it. I'm honored to be a part of this tonight. The MFG Lifetime Achievement Award honors an individual who has excelled in the industry and inspires their peers, emerging leaders, lawmakers, and educators to strive to make significant contributions to their company, industry, and community. There's no question this individual deserves to be recognized for his achievements. Let's hear more about his story.
I started working with Bill in 2003. And one thing that became clear to me real quick was Bill was a person who was decisive. If he recognized a problem, he would immediately take actions to address that problem and try and be ahead of it.
Bill is a connector, and not necessarily in a political way or a relationship way. He has touched every segment of our community in some way: education, healthcare, manufacturing, all of it. So when someone has a complex problem, they do call him because he knows how to get the right stakeholders together, the right resources to meet that person's need.
Ultimately, with Bill, be it outside of the shop or even here in the facility, he's others oriented. He puts the needs of others ahead of himself, and in almost every phase of his life, be it his personal life at home or here, he's others oriented. And to be a good leader today, you need that. And that's one of the things that's made Bill shine, is that he's willing to put the needs of others ahead of his own needs And that's helped him out a lot right here at Aircraft Precision, in his home, and in the community.
My inspiration from a leadership perspective, interestingly enough, came from some musicians, some band directors I've had over the years. You say, well, how does a band, a group of musicians, equate to leadership? Well, really, it's a group that you're trying to get to sacrifice their individuality so they can play together and produce a greater result than any one of them could. You need to empower the people who work for you. If you're a one-man show, if you're the only person who can make any significant decisions, you're going to be forever tied to that business. You're going to be like the muckraker who never looks up to see what's ahead of them, just constantly working on day-to-day things. I've been extremely fortunate in this business. We have extremely good workforce. We have some very strong leaders who can step up and make decisions and help run the business so that I can do some of these other things that you've heard about that help the community and our future workforce.
He's somebody that you trust, and I feel very fortunate to have a boss like that. Most people don't, that's why I've been here 35 years. That's why the longevity of our employees speaks a lot to our leadership in Bill Henderson.
Congratulations, Bill.
Congratulations, sir. You have a small trophy to present. Go ahead, please.
Well, thank you. This is pretty overwhelming. I guess after that video, I should probably keep my comments brief because it's just all going to be downhill from me there. I want to thank the awards committee, and I want to take just a minute to thank the MMA employees. Haven't they put together a great event here? Stand up and be recognized. If you're an MMA employee, stand up and take a bow. I also want to thank Harry Lever, Gary Henderson, and Jill Gross for the nomination. Harry, in addition to being the CMMA president or director, is a longtime Aircraft Precision Products board member. He unfortunately is unable to be with us tonight. He is out in North Dakota deer hunting. This event actually is being broadcast live streaming. Am I correct?
Yep.
I think Harry's watching, so turn around and wave hi to Harry for me, would you? My brother Gary and Jill are aircraft employees officers. Gary is here with his wife Beverly. There you are. And here's Jill with her husband Brad, right at table 9 there. There's a lot of work behind putting together nominations like this, and I just want Harry, Jill, and Gary to know that I appreciate what you've done more than you could know. Everything starts with Aircraft Precision Products. My grandfather founded a remarkable company 75 years ago. And if not for his leadership and later my father's, I would not be standing here. My uncle Dave Harper was also part of the management team. I should mention that he was also later on the board of directors. His son Jeff and his wife Kim is with us tonight. Jeff and Kim, say hi. I just want to expand a little bit on my comment in the video about band directors. There's four that I've had over the years that really stand out as role models. There was H. Wayne Tilton, used a combination of fear and respect to push his junior high bands to play at high school band levels. Kenneth G. Bloomquist recently passed away as a longtime director of bands at Michigan State and later director of the School of Music. Those of us who played under him generally agree the G stood for God. Then there was Dave Catron. I had the privilege of playing under him at MSU, both in his marching band and concert bands. I'd describe him as inspiring and uncompromising. Under his leadership, the Spartan Marching Band back in the 70s and 80s did routines of a complexity that you seldom see today. I don't want to forget Claude Lemmer. He is formerly band director of Shepherd, directed our Central Michigan area concert band for years. He wrote the book on how to get the most out of a volunteer community band. And certainly they're all excellent musicians, but at the end of the day, it's all about people and how do they motivate people. And that's why they were role models to me. I'm receiving this award in recognition of my community involvement. The number and variety of boards that I serve on have actually become kind of a running joke in our area. But there's a secret there. I'm not as selfless as some would think, because every organization I've been involved with has something to offer, something I can take back to my company. In Brett's words, plagiarize. There's something to that. It started with Mid-Michigan Health. It's a remarkable organization where I continue to be exposed to best practices that I can apply at aircraft. I want to acknowledge Marita Hatman Schiffman, the Central Region President, who's here with her husband, Randy. My message to you is that whatever industry you're in, I presume most of you are manufacturers, take the time to get involved with other organizations, whether it's healthcare, education, banking, economic development, municipal government, or something else. You will gain more than you give. Most companies are coming to grips with the concept that they're part of a larger community and a rising tide floats all boats. I've been blessed with a management team at Aircraft that covers for me when I'm out and about, which leads to my second piece of advice. If you're in a position where you can't get away from the shop occasionally, you have some empowering to do. I want to close by thanking my family for their support, because ultimately that's what it's all about. Table 16, stand up. I want to acknowledge my stepsons, Craig and Mark. They're here with their wives, Kristen and Barb. And we have my grandchildren, Cole, Logan, Grant, Lauren, and Bo. I introduced my brother and cousin earlier. My niece Ashley is with us, who, by the way, just announced that she's expecting.
Hey!
Most of all, I want to thank my wife, Candy, for all her support through early mornings, late nights, and assorted gatherings where she graciously agreed to come just to watch me run around and network. So thank you for this tremendous honor.
Thank you, Bill. Bill, my personal congratulations. Bill was my chair when I came in to the MMA, and he was great on welcoming me. I was on the job 6 weeks, and then 60% of our members were shut down, and we all wondered what the hell was going on. With Bill's input, Jeff as well, our current chair, they helped me take over an organization that was new to me, clearly around for many, many years. But Bill is hyper involved with good reason, and one of the most giving people I have ever met. So congratulations to you. And with that, folks, I want to congratulate all of the winners tonight, and I want to congratulate everyone that's in this room. I love the speeches we heard, loved watching your heads nod in agreement. There were so many good things said. And if you'll permit me, I just want to, before we close, I want to recognize our sponsors again. They're a big part not only of tonight, but of our ongoing operations at the MMA. Our diamond sponsors, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and MetLife. Our award sponsors, Home Thrive Inc., IT Resource Inc., Maynard Costerison, Manufacturing Technology Mutual Insurance Company, Next Tier Automotive, Raymond, and Warner Narcross and Judd. In addition, our gold sponsors, the Grand Rapids Business Journal and Michigan Creative. Let's give them a round of appreciation. Folks, we will be sending out some evaluation. We'd like your feedback. We always want to improve this program. God willing, we'll be back live again next year and twice this size. So we will look for your input. I also want to thank my team. Bill, you recognize them, but they are great. They make me look good. I'm very thankful. You probably noticed we had them separated far because there's nothing but trouble if we put them at one table. So I personally got involved in that. All kidding aside, they're a great team. And finally, I want to say thanks, Donna, sincerely, for your willingness to do this again this year. I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
Oh, geez, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a great group tonight. Makes me really proud to be a fellow manufacturer. It makes me proud to be a fellow manufacturer in this great state of Michigan because we truly are special people, right? And when I look around, I learned a lot from everybody tonight. The dragons, we got to have the dragons to challenge us to solve those problems, right? And then plagiarize or benchmarking, whatever you want to call it. But it was just truly humbling to hear everybody tonight and to know we're not in this alone, right? We do have MMA, phone call away. I just wish we could do this more often and get together and network as a family of manufacturers from all spectrums of the state of Michigan. So thank you, John,
Absolutely.
so much. And thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. It's been fun.
And one last word, again, thanks for being here. For those of you that are staying in town or you want to stop, we did make arrangements to have a bartender on staff at the bar downstairs. They're not often staffed. We all know that there's some trouble getting people to work. The hotel was kind enough to make sure somebody's available, but you need cash. So I just want to point that out. I know a few of us are going to stop down there, but please drive home safely. Stay if you like and have a drink. If you're staying here, God bless you all. Have a good night's sleep. But thanks for being here and good night.
Good job, John. Seriously.
I really do appreciate it. Oh.